Alright, what is up YouTube? Welcome back to another Warframe showcase video. Today we're going to be covering Protea, who is a very fun Warframe. Um she's my go-to. Honestly, I haven't played her in a while though, but I freaking every time I use her it's always fun. She's really good. Um in all pieces of the game. She's good at exterminate, she's good at defense missions, she's good at a lot of things. And she's a very, how can I put it? She is She is a Warframe with a lot of massive utility under her, and she's really cool. Back when I was playing her a lot, because I haven't played her in a couple months since I started doing like the Warframe showcase and stuff, and Oraxia and everything came out. I used to use her a lot for like the Steel Path circuit. I would use her for the Angels of Zeramin, even for the 1989 stuff. Really fun Warframe. I highly recommend it. If you want to farm her, best way you can get her is you got to complete the Deadlock Protocol if you haven't gotten in there. If you haven't gotten there yet, and what you want to do is, once you complete that, you probably get a blueprint off the after completing the quest, right? But ultimately, what you're gonna do is then go into the Corpus ship tile sets, and on the gauntlets. If you ever wonder what those guys that are running away, like with a corner, that's what those are for. Essentially, you have to complete that mission. Yeah, I think you have to get to like tier one, maybe, or tier two, and then you should be able to get one of the blueprints. There's not guaranteed. There's a lot of other stuff hidden behind it. They can get a her secondary, which is a signature, which is it's looking like this, but this is like the prime version. Or you can get some other weapons that are locked in there. Alongside her, like her blueprints as well, right? For like the chassis, the systems and the neuroptics. So you just gotta keep doing that. Each different coins, there's three. Those are three different difficulties. Each part is hidden behind one of those difficulties. So that's pretty much it. I'm not gonna go over how to play that game mode. I just wanted to explain to you how to farm her. Once you get the hang of it, it's super easy. Yeah, Protea is a really fun Warframe, like I said. And right now I'm using Protea Prime, but we're gonna go cover the base and we're gonna compare stats. We're gonna go over the abilities separately, and we're going to then go into a live demonstration, right? So yeah, where's regular Protea? She's down here on the bottom. Where are you? There she is. Okay, so base Protea compared to Protea Prime, her health stays the same at 270. And mind you, this is base at max rank with no mods, so there's that. Her shield of 455 stays the same. She goes from 135 to 185 to the prime. Her energy goes from 175 to 200. That's once again the prime. Primes get minor stat tweaks. I guess stat differences. And she has a sprint speed of 1.2, so she's on the faster end of Warframes. So just keep that in mind. Going over her passive. Her passive ability, what it does is every fourth ability cast gets 100% ability strength. I want you to understand Protea is the kind of Warframe you want to spam her abilities with. That is literally what she's made for. So every fourth ability will give you 100% more ability strength, and that's something you should always keep in mind when you're getting your abilities out there, right? So going over her first ability, Grenade Fan. Grenade Fan has two functions. She has her Shrapnel Vortex, which essentially lob out three or four grenades, and you release a bunch of shrapnel that's orbiting the area of impact, and enemies that cross through it get dealt with slash damage. Um, and well, slash is a pretty strong status, so that's pretty good to have. On if you hold the first ability, because like I said, it has two functions. You get Shield satellites. Basically, what that does is you drop these little grenades on the floor. They kind of orbit. Once you, your teammate, or you and your companion walk up to them, they'll get a little satellite orbiting them, helping boosting their shields, giving them over shields, and all in all is a really good ability. Something you want to use to keep your survival up. It's always a balance between shrapnel and shield. Just depends on what's going on. If you want to get the most of this ability, you can mod for three things. You can mod for either strength, duration, or range. I usually for most of Protea's build, I go for strength and range, a little bit of duration. So there's that. Going into Blaze Artillery. Blaze Artillery is a really fun ability. It's a really strong ability, and in practice, if you don't understand how it plays, you're not gonna make sense. You're gonna think it's a weak ability, but it's probably one of the strongest abilities she has. So Blaze Artillery, what it does is you place down one turret. I think you'd have a max of like three or four. I think three. I'm gonna go with three just for now. I could be wrong. You're gonna place down a max, a turret of. You're just gonna place down one turret, right? There's gonna be a timer going down. Every time you shoot, you're gonna see a timer and a multiplier behind the turret. Every time the turret shoots, that damage multiplier goes up. That's what it is. So right now it's like one time, two times, and it quickly racks up, right? Um, and in higher level missions, as it keeps going, you're gonna see a lot of massive amounts of damage. You're able to clear out like rooms and stuff. I mean, it's a turret, right? If you want me to reference something, think of like a Torb turret from Overwatch, something like that. And you can have four of these, three or four of these down, and each one has their own damage multipliers. Each one has their own um, duration. So if you want to get the most out of this ability, you can go, like I said, strength and range, or you can go duration if you want to keep the turrets up longer. If you keep the turrets up longer, it will. What will it do? I mean, it'll be active more, right? But it'll rack up more damage. So there's that. That's pretty much it. It also every time it hits an enemy, it lights them on fire. So there's that. Going over third ability dispensary. This is a support thing. It's a utility thing. Essentially, you drop a dispensary and it'll drop health, energy, or ammo. I think the health and energy are more than what you would normally get on like health and energy orbs in the game. So just keep that in mind. And if you have the ability boost, you will get 100% of that. So you get more, even more like energy and stuff. So this is a good way to keep your teammates supplied if they need it. And there's that. Now, temporal anchor is an ability that I've never been able to understand. I will admit that. But I will tell you like the base point of it. So essentially, what happens is you pick a point where you want to go back to. Once again, an Overwatch reference, you can pick like a recall point, right? You anchor yourself there, you move around, and as you're seeing here in the background, you start having these little projections of your actions. And in this point, you can just go ham, just spam all your abilities. Um, and after I think a set duration, or whenever you want to choose to activate it, you're gonna rewind time. You're gonna go back to where you were, to the point where you like first anchored yourself at, and then um yeah, no, there's supposed to be like an explosion when she impacts, like when she launches it, and then versus when she like gets back. Um, it's a very interesting ability. It's something I've never. There's a lot more to it than just what I'm letting on. Like I said, I really don't understand the ability because it's like it's simple at paper, but there's more to it that goes in the background that like a lot of people know. And like the people who are really good Protea mains know how to utilize this ability. Um, I love Protea, but I usually just spam her artillery and her grenade fan. This I use it in case I'm in like a high level mission and I need to like go back and replenish my shields and health and energy. Kind of keep myself alive because it's sort of like your oh shit button. So there's that. I'm gonna go over the description with y'all. Maybe I can understand it now. Going through this just so I can see what's up. Because like I said, I don't have much experience using this ability and I don't really know what's up. So yeah. Drops temporal anchor, which after short duration, Protea rewinds to trigger a temporal implosion. The implosion damage increases based on the damage dealt between anchor drop and rewind. Everything lost or expended at the time is returned. So I guess energy, shields, and health goes back to normal. So wherever you are, I guess when you anchor, whatever amount of energy and stuff you have back then will go back to you. So I guess this is an ability to just go ham on your abilities and just spam it. I guess that's pretty much why. Uh, Dying while anchor is active rewinds Protea anchor to save. Okay, so it could also be like a point to save her. So it'll rewind her back to where she was. She's knocked down and the anchor band. Okay, yeah, it's okay. That's cool. I didn't know it was like a. I didn't know it was that like. Okay, that makes sense. That yeah. Now I understand it better. Okay, cool. So we're gonna go over the abilities. I'm gonna show you how they are individually. I'm gonna show you how you can synergize them. I don't have any shards. I don't have any companions with me. My weapons are obviously um, beefed out, but that's just because the weapons really don't. I'm not here for the weapons. And yeah, who should we pick on today? I'm thinking the Orkin. Let's go here. Okay, so I'm gonna show you the first function. So right now, as you can see, she has 370 shields, 555, no, 370 health, 355 shields. If you hold down her first ability, which is what I'm gonna do now, you're gonna do that. You get one, you got a little shield satellite, and it'll bring up your shields, it'll boost them, and it'll give you overshield. And it is on a duration, so I'm gonna drop that again. It's on a 12-second cooldown. This is at base, no Archon charge, no nothing on it. So just keep that in mind. And yeah, that's pretty much what that does. I'll show you off her first ability. By the way, you can use these mid-air too. So if you're like mid-air, you're on your way down, you do that, and that's what that does. It don't seem like much at first, trust me, but when you rank up power strength and stuff, it is insane. So right now you're seeing 175s, 194s, right? We have the 100% ability strength, so I'm gonna show you what's up now. Nice, even 437, 755. So the amount of damage you do, like, is definitely the amount of ability strength you get is definitely worth it. So yeah, she's met all for spamming. Me, the way I like to play the Warframe is a balance between like my gunplay and abilities. Like I do spam the abilities more with her, but only when I need to. Okay, I'm gonna show off the second ability. This is gonna be Blaze Artillery. You're gonna see what I'm talking about over here. This one you can also deploy it in the air, kind of arcing down. So there's that, and you can see. Oh, yeah, it doesn't last that long. You can see. If you want to get the most out of this ability, you can definitely go for duration, because it is on a very short duration. Like I said, at base it don't look like it's doing much, but trust me, there's a lot of damage going out there. And let me show you what's up. So let me show you what damage you're starting out with before we continue. So Blaze Artillery at base, you deal 500 damage, and it goes up per shot. So there's that. So I'm gonna give y'all one look at this. It's on a 3-second cooldown. There you go. It does mess people up, but trust me, like when you have her fully modded, you have some good duration on there too. You definitely gonna see this ability shine. So I'm gonna show you the ability with the ability strength. So what's 100%? It should be 150 maybe. So yeah, you are messing people up. This is good to kind of keep rooms cleared. You want to place these like at choke points or aimed at choke points so you can keep the damage going up a lot. And if you want to increase the area of attack, because there is like an angle in which you can like aim at, I think range would increase the angle of attack to like 180. So Yeah. Okay, going over your first ability. This one isn't really much. Let me just do this, do this. Okay, so this is gonna be just this is going to be just the dispensary at base. It'll drop things, so like it's a health orb, ammo, energy. So the energy I'm at 125. So if I pick up this energy, 25 energy, 50 energy. There's that. I'm gonna spend my abilities. Okay. Oh. Okay, that's fine. I have 100 energy right now. I have 100% ability strength. Let's drop the dispensary. See, so now if I pick up this energy orb. Oh, damn. I guess it doesn't apply to it? Interesting. I thought it did. Thought it'd increase the amount of energy you get from the energy orbs. Well, it's just a utility thing. It's cool. It's a good thing for your team, so just keep that in mind. Going on to our fourth ability. Um, this gonna warn you all. This could make some of you motion. This could give you all some motion sickness or something. So just keep that in mind. I'm gonna anchor it. Move out. I have 8 seconds, so I'm spamming abilities. Bring that. I recall, and I get some of that energy back. Now I'm gonna do that, but I'm going to activate it like while I'm in the group of people. So I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go around this way, just spam my abilities. Go over here. Yeah, that's all it does. So if you want to get the most of it, from my understanding, is you kind of have to just go over here, start it, wait the full duration, spam your abilities and stuff. And once you hit the duration, it should explode. Nope, it'll just send you back. Nope, that's all it does. Well, I want to experiment with something. Like I said, I still don't fully understand it. Okay, so I'm gonna go over here. I'm gonna launch it over here. So over here, take off, spam abilities. Back. That's weird, because it did like an explosion over there. I guess it's just a little recall button. You're supposed to get like some energy back and everything, but yeah. That's pretty much what the ability does. It just sends you back to where you were. And let's get on to the modding portion of this video. So this is gonna be for beginner slash intermediate players. If you don't have any like set mods or prime mods, keep your eye out for Brocketeer. Set mods, the ones that I usually use are from Fortuna, Sirius, and Deimos, which is Earth, Venus, and Mars. Deimos. What else? And yeah, any sort of corrupted mods, you have to be part of a clan. You should be able to build corrupted hollow keys. And you go into Deimos, not the Necrolis. You go into Deimos and you go look for vaults, and that's how you farm some certain corrupted mods. So yeah, just giving you a heads up. This build is meant for people, like I said, for beginners, people who want a template on how to build Protea, just like to start off, to have something good, and then they go on their own. Or like if you're going through your star chart, you decide to farm Protea. This will give you an idea of what to mod for. I'm gonna be putting myself in the mindset of like a new player and where, or like someone in the middle of their journey, and you only using mods that are relative to new slash intermediate players. Okay, so just give you a heads up on that, and I'll show you the abilities afterwards. So looking at how Protea is and how she's going to need a lot of energy, I am going to go with Energy Siphon. This aura mods in general. If you don't know how to get them, you can go farm them. No, you can go keep your eye out for Nora's Knight in her cred shop. She usually has some augments that change out every week. Some augments, some augments, but she has some aura mods in there, which are all of these. If you see this symbol up here in the middle, that's an aura mod. So just to give you a heads up on that. And yeah, so she has energy siphon. For energy, I'm gonna give her flow. If you don't have the prime version, the regular is fine. Go continuity for duration. I'm gonna throw on some, where is it at? Intensify for strength. Throw on some transient fortitude for some more strength. And go towards stretch for some range. And what else do we want here? Oh, I'm gonna throw on some prime vigor. If you have regular vigor is good. This to me, when I was starting out and I see this every video, was like a crutch mod for me because it covered the survival aspect of things for me. So if you can think of any other survival mod, you can go with that. I'm going with Prime Vigor. It's pretty good for me. What else do I want to do? So we have strength, range, duration. I'm feeling more range, so we're gonna go with Augur Reach. Where you at? And we could tack on more duration too for the turret. So there's that. And I think that would be something good. The efficiency would help out Protea if you want to reduce the ability cost. So there's that. Now showing off the abilities real quick. Right now she's at 712 energy. That's with Prime Flow. Regular Flow, if you have any of the regular mods, is super cool. It don't matter. It's only like the values differ a little bit with primes and regular. So I'm gonna throw the grenade pen right there. Now I have more duration on it, and you're seeing bigger numbers. This is a good way to lock an area down. You can spam these all over like a defense point and just really mess people up. Like let's say like that area's in the middle, right? What you can do is, let's say I want to go over there. Go like that. Go like that. Just to get like a more spread on her abilities, and you have this whole area covered. So yeah, pretty good. I'm gonna wait for all this to die out so I can show you her fourth ability, her second ability. So yeah, and just cause, let's see how that looks like, cause I'm curious. So I'm gonna just deploy one. So you see the massive numbers out there, 11,000 all that stuff, and it did kill some of them. And if you want to have more of them out, say one. Well, let these go. Yeah, very strong ability. You can knock out some enemies at high levels. Now I'm gonna show you what happens when you have more. So I'm gonna just spam out two over here, and you can see the damage is racking up big time. Very strong ability. Do not underestimate the second ability. It looks lackluster at first, but as you get it up there and you start modding for it, you start kicking ass. So yeah, and if you want to see the kind of damage you're doing now with this setup alone for the second ability, you are doing 900 damage per shot. It lasts 4.3 seconds, and the range is more. So there's that. Dispensary, I don't really have to show it off much, but yeah, you can have multiple. Oh, you can only have one dispensary out. 2, 3, 4. Oh, yeah, you can only have 4 out. And then there's that. I'm going to show off the temporal anchor. Hopefully anything changes. Let's make this level 30 still. Alright, so I'm going to go from here. Yeah, that's pretty much how it works. You can get most of the energy back when you do it, so the only energy you lose is like from the cast. So once you get it, go ham on your abilities and then use the whole duration to get to spam them and then go back to your point and then you'll be good. Now we're gonna go on to my ship and I'm gonna go on to a little bit of a live demonstration. But I'm gonna get kitted out to the way I have it and I'm gonna go over my build, so I will be right back. Give me 1 second. Alright, and we are back. So I freaking animation. I already got set up with my Protea. I'm gonna go over my build real quick. I do have Archon shards on her. The 2 red on the right are for strength and duration. The 1 red on the left is for duration. The blue is for energy, no, health regen, passive health regen, and then the yellow is the effectiveness on energy orbs. So it's pretty much what I'm running with that. Going over what I'm running with here. I'm running with Dreamer's Bond, which I actually might end up switching, to be honest. I'm not gonna lie. Because I already have health regen, so I don't need health regen on top of health regen. So I am going to slap on some energy siphon. Throw that on there. I'm running with Prime Continuity, Transit Fortitude, Umbral Intensify, Umbral Fiber, Augur Secrets, Augur Reach, Stretch, and Flow. These are for strength, along with Transient Fortitude. Plus my Archon Shard will bring my strength up to this. I only have this plus the 2 duration Archon Shards for my duration. I am also running Molt Augmented for 25% more strength. So that'll get me up to like 250, 260 maybe. And then with multi-efficiency, I am running with an extra 6% in terms of duration. So that'll get me up to like 160. So should be pushing like 5 seconds on the turret, but that's what I'm going to be running with. This is what works for me. And for pets, I'm running my Smita for the crit chance, just cause. And I am thinking of going to a place that could be a little bit of no, I'll keep it base. I'll keep it because just in case new people are watching this, because I wanted to go over to the Zeramin, but no, it's fine. Let's see here. Where should I go? Let's check if there's anything interesting in mobile defense, survival. Why don't we do a mobile defense on Sedna? We'll do that. Yeah, we'll do this over here. And basically, I'm gonna show you. Well, I've showed you basically how she's gonna play. You gotta spam her abilities. And the way I would do it is just focus on your first and your second. Your fourth, if you're in some heavy fire, have it down so you can have yourself covered, and it's pretty much that.
This is a mobile defense mission. You must deliver.
She does have a
payloads
unique
and
dash,
defend
by the
a
way.
number of locations while I break into the network. Be prepared for heavy resistance. I can't do this without you.
She does this cartwheel.
The Grenier used to be builders, but now all they do is make war. Come on! Transference still holding.
I need
Go
access to
here.
a terminal. Find
So now we
one
just
and patch
gotta
me in.
protect this area. So I'm gonna be spamming grenade fans where I can. Anything I gotta watch out for are for Eximus units, which can withstand more of the damage. Yeah, as you can see here with the range and the duration, it lasts a long time. You can really just mess people up. Also, this Fenmore that I'm using, you can get it in the Zerman if you're that far in the game. How'd you know? Oh, he's dead now. I don't like this stance. I need to change it. Bro, I did not just miss all
Terminal
those
hacked.
shots.
Keep moving.
Okay, let's move on. Go here. And yeah, you just gotta move around, cover where the enemy comes out from. It should be good. Oh, I messed that up. Damn. We're good though. Oh yeah. Let's see why I love this weapon.
We are finished here.
I do not like the stance. Do I even have it modded? I should have it modded. Okay, so we're done with this one. Put it on this for some overshields. Okay, throw this on there. Yeah, that's pretty much all you gotta do. I've never even used the fourth, to be honest. I don't feel a need to use it. Mainly because her abilities are just really strong on their own too. You just gotta focus where the enemy is gonna spawn or where they're coming from. It should be good. Yeah, that's pretty much all it is. I don't have really much to talk about, to be honest. Not because I'm being
The
boring.
odds were
I've just
against us,
been
Tenno, but we
dealing
did
with
it.
some personal stuff.
Mission
My cat
complete.
got sick, so well, one of my cats got sick, so I had to go take it to the vet. And yeah, it's just it's been alright. It's been a tough week, but I made it through. We're here. I'm having fun. A lot of interesting stuff going on in my life, so yeah. But might get into it next week. We'll see. I just wanted to play Protea. She's a really fun Warframe. Like I said, she's secretly really strong. There's a lot of nuance to how her fourth works. I feel like there's more to it than just that. But once you get the hang of how she plays and you understand where her strong suits are in terms of her abilities, you understand like she's really good. Yeah, with that being said, I hope this made you see how strong Protea can be. Um, Obviously, if you can do a better build than I can, you can do it by all means. I love her. She's a really fun Warframe. Um, and I am excited for what's to come with Warframe. I'm excited for the OPs. I'm excited for all that other stuff. Um, yeah. I'm not going to take too much of your time. Hope you all have a good day. And I will catch you all next time. Peace.
Mission complete. Excellent work, Tenno.